I urge the ICC and the whole world to stand with the children who were victims of the Israeli war. I hope we will do right by them because they were innocent. What were they doing? They were playing, and they were killed in cold blood.
All right, let's bring in Hatem Bazian, who is a professor of Islamic law over at the University of California, Berkeley. Good to have you on the show, Hatem. I know that there will be some Israelis concerned about all this, but realistically, how big of a diplomatic blow to Israel is this going to be? Because the country isn't even a member of the ICC.
Well, I think the ICC ruling has to be put in the context of steps that have been taken by the Palestinians beginning in 2012 of becoming an observer state in the United Nations and being voted on by United Nations General Assembly resolution. And now the International Court of Justice is saying that it has jurisdiction treating Palestine as a state. Now, whether Israel accepts or does not accept the jurisdiction of the ICC really is immaterial at this point. What is significant is that Israeli politicians, as well as military personnel that had any responsibility in the 2014 attacks on Gaza, will be subject to arrest if the International Court of Justice move on to the next step, which is to begin the investigation and issuing warrants for the possibility of war crimes that have been committed. What I'm seeing is that the legal jurisdiction of the international community is beginning to take Israel into task, and no longer it can act toward the Palestinians with impunity.
Okay. When you open up an investigation, it could be said that this could be a double-edged sword because both sides are going to be analyzed quite carefully. And the investigation could also cover alleged crimes by the Palestinian side as well. Could this be a problem?
Well, I don't think the Palestinians are fearful of actually having the legal system looks at their circumstances. Israel has been acting with a criminal intent toward the Palestinians, constantly attacking and bombing Gaza Strip. And in here, fearing that the Palestinians might have committed certain acts that would fall under the jurisdiction of the International Criminal Court should not actually dissuade us from asserting that Israel should be taken to task for the massive violation of Palestinians' human rights, massive violations of international law, and the killing of over 1,600, 600 of them being children, that in essence nobody is raising the question or really paying attention to what has developed in 2014 as well as subsequent to it. So I think this is a defining moment in relations to the International Criminal Court. And I'm not surprised that, again, these are fears that are being put in there as a way to dissuade the Palestinians from moving forward. I don't think we have anything to lose at this point. We're under occupation. We're under bombardment. Israel has impunity. It kills almost 1 or 2 Palestinians or injured 1 or 2 Palestinians daily, confiscating property and so on. So I don't think that this concern should dissuade us from taking the next step.
Okay, fair enough. Professor Hatem Bazian, thank you very much for joining us. I do appreciate your analysis.